Okay, folks, let's talk about the background, the stuff you need to know to understand really what led up to the Troubles taking place, okay? Now, first and foremost is the Anglo-Norman Invasion of 1169. This is the first example of British control over Ireland because this conflict really does come down to, in its roots, to a conflict of imperialism, Britain versus the traditional Gaelic Irish people. So you're going to have this as the first example of British control over Ireland in 1169. This is going to be kind of moving forward in 1609 with the start of the Ulster Plantation. This is after the Protestant Reformation came, where religion played a very large role in Europe. So this situation again is going on. Ireland, the Gaelic people in Ireland traditionally were Roman Catholic. This is after the creation of the Church of England with Henry VIII, where he becomes the leader of a Protestant faith there, wants to kind of replace the Catholic Gaelic people with those coming in from Britain. Okay, so he's going to establish this plantation, basically kind of a colony, so to speak. But he's going to bring in British planters. They're going to be settling, and not just Henry VIII, but the British monarch, excuse me, at this time, bringing in these planters from into Ulster. Ulster is going to be the region in the far north of Ireland. They're coming in largely from Scotland, and they're going to be settling this land. Now, they're going to replace the native Gaelic people. So the native Irish that were there are being replaced by these people coming in from Scotland and other parts of the British island, right through here. Then in 1800, we're going to get the Act of Union. The Act of Union is going to be coming in really kind of as a result of the attempted uprising in 1798. So you're going to have an attempt of Irish uprising to really get rid of the British. It's very, very violent. You've got a lot of tension between Catholics and Protestants going on at this time period. And you're going to ultimately get the Act of Union in 1800. This is going to bring Ireland along with Scotland into this one unified part of the United Kingdom. Ireland is no longer going to be kind of like a colony, so to speak. It's now going to be considered really part of the country, and it's going to establish the United Kingdom of Great Britain, Scotland, and Ireland. Additionally, what is happening is going to abolish an Irish parliament. So previously, before the Act of Union, Ireland had its own parliament. It was still working kind of under control of the British government. However, this is going to be abolished in 1800 with the Act of Union because the Irish people now and the rest of Ireland are all unified under the British Crown and under the Kingdom of Great Britain, Scotland, and Ireland. Now, moving on to the Great Famine, 1845 to 1849. This is significant, one of the largest famines in world history. About 1 million people died and about another 1 million left Ireland. So if you look right through here, between 1841, when the census took place, and then 1851, when the next census took place, if you look right through here, you can see exactly the percentage of people that died or left Ireland, largely as a result of the famine. Up north is the Ulster Plantation, the area of Ulster where the Ulster Plantation was. Notice the famine does not hit near as hard. There was not as necessarily as large a population fall up in those regions. The areas that tend to have a more, let's just say, British kind of background compared to the west and south of Ireland, which tends at this time to be much more traditional Irish, more along the lines of the Gaelic area right through there. A couple areas did have a population rise. Those 3 areas on the bottom, the city of Cork, okay, large population area anyways, industry coming in. Dublin in the middle, again, the capital, large industry, and Belfast up in the top north, again, a large area of industry. So it's important to understand a large number of people die or leave Ireland at this time period. One of the large reasons that a lot of people, at least for this, blamed was British inaction. There's an argument to be made right there whether or not that was truly the case, but regardless, it really hurts tensions between the Irish and the British. You know, the land wars in 1879 to 1882, largely between peasants who were living and working on the land and landowners who own the land. Most of these landowners are from they're not actually Irish. They are living in the United Kingdom largely, and they're being basically kicking people off their land because they cannot make rent, so you get a large number of poverty. There was a large number of or not a large number, but a significant number of landowners who were Irish as well. This tension is going to be happening, though, where peasants and landowners are fighting. So again, you have ethnic tension going, or not ethnic tension, economic tension going on in Ireland, and the situation is really escalating, and it's not looking as good for the British. And you get the Home Rule movement in the late 19th century. This has the desire to establish an Irish Parliament. Again, remember this was removed with the Act of Union in 1800. They want to establish an independent an Irish Parliament that is able to act independently of Great Britain and make their own decisions. However, they would still be in allegiance with Great Britain. So they would still be a part of the United Kingdom. However, they would get their own parliament and have their own ideas and their own ability to make and pass laws. This is going to fail the first time it comes up in 1886. It's going to pass the House of Commons in 1893, but fail the House of Lords at that time. It's going to be brought up again in 1912. However, it's never and it's going to actually pass this time. However, this will never actually be enacted due to the Suspension Act as a result of the start of World War I. Now we get the Easter Rising of 1916, where Irish nationalists attempt to overthrow British rule in Ireland. This went on for a week. A lot of civilians were injured and killed. Large parts of Dublin were destroyed. It largely failed as a ability to actually take out British rule of Ireland. However, the execution of the leaders was very public, and it was seen as very brutal, which mobilized public support against the British and really helped the idea of Irish nationalism. You get the elections of 1918, where the Nationalist Party are advocating for independence from Great Britain. Sinn Féin is going to win virtually all across the country, except for in the area of Ulster, where the Irish Unionists are going to win. Now, these are the ones who are going to be in favor of union with Great Britain. They're going to largely win up there. Throughout the rest of the country, though, the Sinn Féin party is going to win. They refuse to take their seats in Parliament, largely as an act of protest, stating that if they want basically to form an independent Ireland that is no longer aligned with the United Kingdom. This is going to lead us then to the Anglo-Irish War of 1919 to 1921, which is going to ultimately result in the partition of Ireland. We're going to have a Northern Ireland, largely the area, as you can see right here in purple, and the light green, with one additional county of dark green brought in as well. And they're going to have Northern Ireland, and then it's originally called Southern Ireland. However, that's going to be later changed to the Irish Free State. You're going to get a paramilitary or a parliament formed in the Free State. However, this parliament is not completely independent of the British Parliament. They must still swear an oath of allegiance to the British government, which is going to cause a lot of tension, leading to the Irish Civil War going on from 1922 until 1923. We have individuals who are in favor of this treaty that ends the Anglo-Irish War, and those who are opposed to it, really fighting against each other to the point of kind of destroying their own movement. That is all for now. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Otherwise, I will see you later. Good luck.